What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. Well, technically, I'm not back, but I'm back in my mind because I've been thinking about doing this video for a long time, and I just haven't done it. But I think I'm really ready now to take the YouTube career serious. So I'm here today giving you 21 things you need to do when starting your portrait photography business. Yes, I only have a specialty in portrait photography. So today I'm only talking portrait photography checklist, but these things can apply to other photographers like event photographers and wedding photographers, etc. Okay. So what I've done is I created a checklist of 21 things you need to do. And today we're here dropping the game, explaining it, making it happen. So the number one thing you need to do first, okay? And this is very important. I need you to establish, right? I need you to establish your why. You need to have a real reason why you want to hop in the portrait photography game, because a lot of people, they don't have a reason. They just pick up a camera. Like, oh, I just picked up a camera. I need you to establish the reason why you want to hop in the game. Number two, I need you to determine if this is going to be full-time, part-time, or a hobbyist job. This is very important because this can also determine the amount of gear you need and also determine what gear you need to buy initially when starting your portrait photography career. Number three, acquire your LLC. Legalize your business. Go legit. Separate your business assets from your personal assets just in case somebody try to sue you, or something goes wrong with your business. They won't try to come get you for your personal assets. All right. Number four, this is a very important step. Acquire your EIN number. Getting your EIN number is very important because this is the only way you are able to get a business bank account to separate your personal finances from your business finances, from the money you plan to bring in for your portrait photography business. Number five, another very important step, and this is not in order. You don't have to do these things in order, but this is the fifth thing I would recommend, is acquiring a DUNS number. And in a later video, I do plan to show you guys how to acquire a DUNS number for your portrait photography business. And also, I do plan to have a group mentorship program available to where I walk you through hands-on, one by one, step by step, on how to do all 21 things in my photography checklist. So, number six, set up your business bank account. Do this immediately. Separate your business funds from your personal funds. I cannot stress this enough. This will save you time in accounting when it comes tax time. As soon as you get your EIN number, go to your bank, credit union, Chase. I personally have credit unions. I prefer a credit union. I'm with Credit Union One, which is a Michigan-based bank. So, number six, please set up your business bank account. All right. Once you set up your business bank account, number seven, I need you to set up an accounting software. This can be a third-party service that manages your books. A common one is QuickBooks. So if you don't have the finances for accounting person, you can start off with QuickBooks. I dibbled and dabbled with QuickBooks, and I would prefer you guys to use QuickBooks if you're just starting out. Number eight, sign up for a legal service. This could be, my legal service is Legal Shield. So what they do is they review your contracts, they review your documents, they review my lease. They can write letters to landlords or to companies that need to have legal advice. They're basically your legal spokesperson. You also get discounts with Legal Shield for actual attorney to represent you in court. This is not a sponsored video. This is just me honestly telling you what I've used for my businesses, Jet Digital and the Creative Playground, in order to be kind of legally backed up. They really are helpful, especially when you like making contracts and you need to like review documents or review certain things for your business that's legal. I would suggest working with Legal Shield. Okay, but if you have a legal provider that you know you can want to go through, then that's okay as well. Number 9, this is very important. Sign up for general liability insurance, but also personal equipment insurance. Okay. I don't be like me. I made the mistake in signing up for general liability and not acquiring personal equipment. So when my building caught on fire, all of my equipment that I had was not covered. So I would suggest signing up for general liability and personal equipment insurance to cover yourself just in case something happens while you're on the job. Say a person slip over a tripod or a person, break something in your space. General liability covers that. But also, let's say you break your camera, or let's say it's water damage, or etc. You have personal equipment insurance to cover that as well. So I am in not a union, but I'm in the PPA, which is the Professional Photographers of America, which is like a membership to a organization, kind of like a union. And they give us $15,000 in personal equipment insurance. And I believe they also have general liability insurance for you to use if you sign up for it. I will probably have to look more into it, but I will attach a link below for you to view that. Number 10, very important as portrait photographers, choose a niche. The photography game is not saturated. People just don't choose a lane. And if we have a whole bunch of people that's doing everything, people feel like it's saturated. My lane is maternity photography, right? I've done beauty. I've done boutique. I've done graduation. I've done family. Choose your portrait photography lane. It's numerous of lanes you can choose from and rock with when you start in your portrait photography career, okay? And this does not mean you have to stay in this lane forever, but for me, for example, I love shooting maternity. So I decided to niche down into maternity. And now that I niche down into maternity, I can still take the other jobs that's not maternity, but I'm not posting those jobs. A key thing I want to tell you is only post what you want to get booked for. That's very important. What you post is what you're going to attract. So only post what you want to get booked for. 11. Another key thing, number 11, is establish a photography business plan. Once again, I do plan to have a photography business plan template that I will hyperlink in the description of this video. Or if you join my group mentorship, we will go through every section one by one, briefly going through it, and I will help you fill it out so you can have a complete and finished photography business plan. This is very important so you can know how to market your business, how to price yourself, how to have your numbers. This is also where you do pricing. So if you never do a real photography business plan, more than likely you probably won't have a pricing that reflects your niche, because your pricing should reflect your niche and should be catered to your specific niche. Number 12, once you finish your photography business plan, it kind of gets a little fun. You want to acquire you a domain name, all right? So a domain name is what you can use when you're making your website and you want to publish it and you don't want to use, for example, jetmitchell.wixsite.com. Instead, my domain is JetSetYMC. So when people click on my website, it's www.jetsetymc.com. So you want to acquire you a domain name once you take care of your photography business plan, because now you can really get the ball rolling and start getting the necessary things to be able to brand yourself. Your domain is like a branding, okay? Number 13 on the list, once you acquire your domain, then you are able to acquire you a custom Gmail address, okay? I personally feel that it is very professional when you email people and it says info@jetsetymc.com or book@jetsetymc.com. There's nothing wrong with starting out if you want to keep costs low and not add more expenses on your plate. It is okay to have a jetsetymc.com@gmail.com. I'm sorry, jetsetymc@gmail.com. But to make yourself look more professional and to brand and to show that you are serious, I would suggest acquiring a custom email address for yourself. So when you're emailing people or on your business cards or etc., all of these things look professional for you, and your branding shows that you are serious with what you do in your portrait photography business. So 14 on my list, this is another very important one. We're still in branding. Is to build you a photography website. You can build a website with Squarespace. You can build a website with Wix. They already have built-in templates. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just not starting. They already have built-in templates for you to use so that you can build yourself a website and show people your portfolio. People will be able to see your pricing. And the purpose of a website is to be able to show people your portfolio, inform people on your pricing, and to make a sale. So 3 things: display your work, make the sale, educate the client. 3 things your website should do, okay? We'll run it back one more time. Display work, educate client, and make the sale. Those are your 3 focuses when creating a business website for your portrait photography business. And all your marketing should lead back to this website. Okay, this is your home base for your marketing. So when you post the Instagram video, right, it's at the end of your video or in your caption, you need to be putting jetsetymc.com. Start planning your photo shoot experience. Now, as you see, I'm using the example for myself, but with you, you need to make sure that in all of your marketing, you lead people to somehow end up on your website so that we can do what? Display your portfolio, educate the client, and make the sale. That's very, 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 very important. Every portrait photographer should have a website. Once you have your business website, I want you to go ahead and list yourself on Google. This is number 15. Okay. Once you establish your portrait photography business website, you've got your custom email address, I want you to go ahead and list yourself on Google. It's free to do. All you have to do is verify your address. So, for example, if you're a portrait photographer that has a physical location, you can list yourself and attach that location on Google. Or even if you are a portrait photographer, but you rent other people's studios, you can still list yourself on Google. And instead of listing a physical location, you can list service areas. So, for example, I didn't want to list my physical location on my portrait photography business for myself as Jet Set YMC. So I put that I service Detroit, Michigan, and all metro areas. So if you don't have a physical location, that is okay. But what you want to do is go on Google My Business and list yourself on Google so people can start adding photos, sending reviews. All of this is branding, and it makes yourself look more credible to your potential client. Number 16 on the list, and I'm pretty sure you already have these things done. If you have decided in your mind that you want to be a portrait photographer, set up your social platforms. I would personally, with the way that Instagram is going, I would probably make Instagram my second go-to and YouTube my first, because Instagram it messes with your mental. But that'll be for another video. I would just suggest, as a portrait photographer, you should set up TikTok. Pinterest is very important. YouTube channel and Instagram. Twitter is optional, but people do retweet photo shoots. So if you're a portrait photographer, you're interested, I would find one platform to dominate on and then duplicate your content onto another platform that doesn't require much work. So my primary platform, let's say, is Instagram, but I duplicate my content and put that on TikTok. But then I could triple my content and take the photos and throw them on Twitter. That'll be how you roll out your content. I drop on Instagram. Once I drop on Instagram, I save the video, the reel, because we all know reels and videos are popping. I take that, put that on TikTok. Once I take that and put that on TikTok, I take the actual photo shoot pictures and drop them on TikTok. I drop them on Twitter, and I also can drop them on Pinterest so people can be directed to see my work. Number 17, this is very important. I would suggest you to do this. You can do this by kind of looking at other people's policies and procedures and et cetera. But if you're, once again, in my group mentorship program, I will have policy and procedures templates available for you to use. But Number 17 on my list is very important. The most important thing probably on this list other than the LLC is to create policies and procedures. If somebody needs to reschedule, what's your payment plans like? Um, uh, um, um, your turnaround time. All these different things should go in your policies and procedures. This is very important because a lot of people will try to finesse you, and a lot of people do chargebacks on cars after photo shoots and etc. Please, 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 please create your policies and procedures. And I also will have a policies and procedures free ebook for you guys to use and templates so that you can use these and make sure that you for sure have these done. This is very important. I cannot stress this enough, that how important this is. Number 18, I need you to choose a client relationship management program, right? So my program I use is HoneyBooks. What that is once a client inquires on my website, they go to HoneyBook. HoneyBooks automatically does everything for me. Send reminder emails, book the client, book the discovery calls. This is like a management platform so that you don't have to do any work. You just have to set it up one time. And of course, you can adjust the systems and flows in order to do what you need to do for your business over time. But I would really suggest having an automatic client relationship management software, CRM platform for you to use. And this is not a sponsored video, but so far I would recommend HoneyBooks. I've been using them for about a month now since I started my maternity business. So I would suggest using HoneyBooks. But in the future, I will create more videos for HoneyBooks to kind of show how it works and how to set it up and etc. Because I'm kind of still getting used to it myself, but it has been beneficial as I've been doing it. Number 19 on my list is to establish a workflow. Okay. How long does it take your client to get dressed? How long does it take you to set up? How long does it take you to put the memory card in the computer, color grade the images, and upload them in the gallery? You need to establish your workflow for yourself and for your client so that you can know how to even factor this into your pricing, because this is a very important step when figuring out what you need to charge for your portrait photography. Number 20, and this is kind of a dual purpose with the CRM platform, but choose a booking system. So if HoneyBooks is too advanced for you right now, a booking system, a couple of different booking systems I will recommend, or really just one is Acuity Scheduling. This is also not a sponsored video, and I'm just so used to be on YouTube when they say something and it's not getting paid for it, they be like, this is not a sponsored video. This is not a sponsored video, but I would suggest using Acuity Scheduling. This is very important. It sends out reminders, send out text messages if you get the growing plan. You can create different calendars. You can set your availability on there. You can do all these different book like studio booking things. Even if you don't have a studio, it's very important because you can list appointment types and have people pay deposits on there. But I am a firm believer of not just allowing people to book and you haven't talked to them. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend having people be able to pay on Acuity, but I would recommend having them schedule their discovery calls with you in order to get to know you, and you can get to know them to see if you're even a best fit for that client. And then you can send them an invoice in order to book. Last on my list, number 21, is to choose a client gallery system, okay? In the beginning, I know people use Dropbox. In the beginning, I used Google Drive, and then I upgraded to a more modern look through PixieSet, which one of my mentors recommended me. But then I also found out about this system called PickTime. This is not a sponsored video, but PickTime is great. I found out about PickTime, and it's another client gallery system that's modern, but it also allows you to integrate sales for prints in there, which I do plan to roll out with my maternity business. So choose you a client gallery system, whether it's Dropbox, whether it's Google Drive, whether it's PixieSet, whether it's PickTime. Choose your client gallery system that works best for you in your career. But all my students know we're using PixieSet and PickTime. So if you see this video and you one of my students or you're in my master class or my mentorship group, PixieSet and PickTime. Don't go to Google Drive. But we just starting out for real, y'all. Google Drive and Dropbox is a great start out for those who want to become more organized and professional with their client gallery systems. So that is my 21 things for you to do when starting out your portrait photography business. My name is Jet Mitchell, and I thank you for watching this YouTube video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with another portrait photographer that's really ready to get the ball rolling. Okay, if you chose full-time in the beginning of the video, share this with them. And also, too, in the description below, I do plan to link the 21 steps to portrait photography success in the description, so you can download this checklist and make it happen for yourself. I'm out. Peace.